Welcome to the newest episode of Adventures at Your Doorstep. Excuse me if I'm a little bit out of breath. So the plan for today was, even it's not yet visible, it's Sunday, around about noontime, really warm, sunny weather, a nice breeze going. So I plan to take out my bike and check out the mountainside I told you about, where they took the stones from. So I took one side road of the mountain I thought I took before, going up, and it didn't look as what I remembered. But all of a sudden I saw a road sign, and then leading to a place, coming this small way, just a walkway, but it led up to this one. So it's not the one I wanted to show you, but on the way getting there I discovered a new one. And that's exactly one of those places where they came, 19th century, and that's where they took the stones from to build a lot of buildings down in the valley. Now you can see it's blocked off because all the rock formation there it's not really stable. They say it's a mixture of sandstone and metalstone and whatnot. And overall, what did they write? I think it's a height of more than 100 meters. So from there going all the way inside. And as you can see, some of them broke loose after they stopped working there, but you can see handmade forms there, even as those then they broke loose by themselves or from weather or whatnot. And you can see even the trees coming out of the stones directly. So yeah, just a funny roadside find, and a really large information board, I need to say. A lot of great information. So they estimate these stones are that old, 242 million years old. That's crazy. They really can calculate that. Oh, you see, and the main house of the village, 1600, so 1500 something. They already used stones from here, and then later on, when they took it far more in the bigger cities, 1842, 1889, and there was a time that they were going down here with so many carry wagons and bulls in front, pulling them. Sorry, they reached the 160 of them going down here from the mountain daily. And those roads back then, they weren't that good. If you can see, that's where we are at. That's the mountain, and that's a small village down here. And pretty much, probably those parts are all some sort of, if you see the formation, not sure if it's naturally and then they used it as to start there to break out the rocks, or they just started here and worked their way there, not sure. Yeah. So, nice roadside find. Let's get back on the bike and I'll show you the road down there, the way I came up. It's just pretty much around the corner, and that's pretty much the way I came out. I shortcutted it because the noise of my brakes are tremendously loud. So I think I don't use this part. The only thing I found out, I cleaned my bike yesterday, and probably there's still some, I don't know what, on the brakes. So going downhill later on, I need to be a little bit careful. So, but that's one of the main roads going up. You can see some part of the natural wooden scape. Down there we have a really small creek, Maybe I get a better shot at it from upstairs, from top of the mountain. Well, just as I thought, luckily we have those marks here. I just came up this way, and then there's an option going this way, but that's the castle where we have been before. And there it's already Baden-Baden, but that old castle, that's the other one, and we are looking for a spot right in between, but they're all around. Little hard to see from here, but I show you them from the top. We're right in between those mountain backs. The creek I told you before, coming from there. Really low water, as you can see. With an old bridge, middle of the woods, goes down there. Well, they didn't put the year numbers in there. I'm pretty sure it's old. So, I think I have to climb a little bit more up the mountain, and I think I find the place I was looking for. I hope so. Well, and then all of a sudden, just 2 minutes around the corner, up the hill, right in between the mountains, you find something that's called the ruin of an ox barn. That's crazy. And that's what you get presented. That's the mountain way up there. Gravel road, I'll show you in a second. And the way coming up there, it's just standing there, ruin of an ox barn. This has been at least a three-store barn. You see where the wooden planks would come in for the base of the first floor, and up there's another one. So probably there had been another deck before there would have been a roof. You still see the outer scape of the barn. Some sort of the wall still there, going all the way back there. What is it? Probably around 15-20 meter max, and like 7 or 8 meter wide. One wall in between. So probably if they're last way up and they didn't get loaded before the night time, maybe they could stay here overnight, or during the time they were waiting, or if those ox were tired, you can put them in here, give them some food. I think that's why the different storages, they would have some hay or whatnot, and maybe even on the first floor some rooms for people. Not sure if the stone just broke out or if there was some sort of window. Hard to tell now. Unfortunately, there's not an information board, just a placard saying this way up to the ruin. But still crazy. They put the modern picnic table here. You may like it or not, but why not? Take a sit, relax if you're here by feet. And you can see old craftsmanship. So the door angles, I would guess, on one there. So probably a double-sided door, I would guess, I'm not sure. Or maybe it's a different system, but I would say there will be a bolt going into the door, and then you have 2 door sides from the barn. So that one is installed later on, I think, to secure the rest of the wall. And then you just came up from down there, put your ox here. So it makes sense. One of the places I found was around the corner there, and the other one I wanted to show is going up here. So you have this barn in between. Not sure 2 oxes how fast they would move up the mountains. I'm not sure. It took me, let's guess, about 30 minutes by bike to get up here. So probably for them, whereby double the time or even more, not sure, but I guess a lot of time. So a nice Nice find, middle of the woods. Okay, let's keep on moving up the hill. Let's see what we find there. Well, one of the things I tend to forget, take the shot for a thumbnail, right? For the start of the video, for just to show you the height of this place. Here is 6'3", with my arm out it's more than 7 feet, and I'm still not on the top. That's a decent height, huh? That's why you can see the wooden plank there. I guess this would have been a little lower, or the people back in those days, they haven't been 6'3", let them be 5'8", something like this. It's not a big deal. First back here. For the thumbnail. So, and after some more windy, really steep roads inside the mountain, I finally found that place. I found by accident. Like I said, I was looking for those climbing mountains and driving up those sideways on the mountain, and all of a sudden I came out from the woods there. I saw this big plateau I didn't understand, and then slowly I took a look on my left, and then I saw this and this. It's really impressive. If you remember the pictures from the castle I showed, you could see a little part of it, but this here, maybe it's not the Rocky Mountains, maybe it's not Death Valley, but nonetheless it's one of the places, and I would guess by the sheer size, one of the bigger places where they took all those sandstones from. Later on, when we visit Rastatt and whatnot, and Heidelberg, also sandstone area, we will see some of those colors inside the buildings. But that's just really impressive. Or was this a climbing route? I'm not sure. Does this look like markings of a climbing section? Let me take a little closer look. At least it's not closed off, so probably not a danger. No. It's just humans throwing the trash into the wild. Idiots. 2 glass bottles. How heavy can they be to bring them back down there? I don't know. And even there they put some graffiti for whomever to see. I don't know. Still, I guess not a common place. Not many people coming here, even though it is a road. The way up here is a little tricky to find, and I would say the sheer reason is we have some regular roadways going up on the side of the mountain going up like this, and as you can see there, the back side of the mountain, that's the second castle we visited. And let's just take me a look over there, because let's try it again from on the bike. That's just the back side, where I kept on going the last time, and the more you get closer to the side of the mountain, all of a sudden you will start to hear the noises of the city, and that's just because, just wait a second please. Here on the corner behind the tree line, it's some 100 meters down there. Let's see where we can take a little peek in between the mountains. It's a little steep going down there, but then Let's see. There comes the first gap. And now it's quiet. But right down there, let me zoom in. You see the rooftops? In between there as well. Rooftops. And it is what I showed you. This is the kind of the valley going in, and right down there it's the city of Baden-Baden. So really nice. And like I experienced today, by accident, not on purpose, a lot of backside roads you can see there, especially mountain bikes. Probably not so many wanderers coming up here, but a lot of mountain bike guys racing down the hill like we do now. Yeah, coming around the corner. Again, back to this view. What a blast. I don't know. Finding places like this, if you never experienced it, just try it yourself. Go place you haven't been before. Try some ways. To be honest, I wouldn't do it by feet. I'm not much of a walker. I don't like walking just for walking. But with a bike, it's really not big of a deal. And then, as you can see, that's the way back down. Probably the way all those ox cars and whatnot have taken back in the old days. You see there's another side road where guys first go up with a mountain bike, put on their helmet, put on their gloves, and then speed down the mountain. Know a couple of guys doing it. Sure, it's a blast, especially if you put in the work making it up on top. Tell you, bicycling up mountain, it's a hell of work. But then speeding down 40-50 kilometers per hour, quite a fun thing to do. Yeah. Then, yeah, can't imagine too many people trying out side roads like this. They are fenced off areas, so people working in the woods there, doing whatever. And then all of a sudden you can see some wall, backside of the mountain. Of course guarded off for the crazy people who think they could even take their car into the woods. And even with the bike they slow you down a lot. Just a second, get over there. See the private house. And that's the regular way up there. And there comes already the small village. One more thing. For the city people, I like to show you, I already experienced today when I was coming up here on the regular road, but let's say the back roads of the village. Oh, let's look at this view first. What the hell? Just amazing. Let's see where we can take a short stop. See any places? Oops, sorry. You get the chance to peek out in between the mountains. You always get this view. And this is as well worth the hard work getting up there by bike. Last two times we did it with a car. Now this time I went up there with bike. And you see, all of a sudden you have a concrete road there, backside of the village, another village down there. These mountains already France again, like I told you. In between is the Rhine River. Probably, I'm not 100% sure, but I would guess even the village down there, it's already France. Really nice. Well, one thing quickly before I drive on, I just came down there. What I just saw from the side because of the sun blockers down there in front of the windows. In fact, this is the hospital of Baden-Baden. It's not directly in the city. Like I said, these are the mountain backs. So this is the way going into Baden-Baden, and that's on the back side of the entrance to Baden-Baden. And in just a second I will be quiet, and then you tell me what you can hear. See? I mean, I had the dead cat on, so I'm not sure if you even hear the birds, but other than the birds, there's nothing to hear. So if you're at a hospital there, especially on the weekends, I mean during the week there's some more traffic going on into Baden-Baden. Okay, young people, they just killed my idea, but still, really quiet. The mountains, nice area, so a good thing to recover if you're there. Now take back the road down the village. We're back on concrete roads. It took away one point I'd want to show anyway, but just a second. Again, one more time, battery died on me before I drive down to the village. Take a look at this view and then tell me this is not enjoyable. This is not worth once in a while sitting on your bike, putting in the effort, 1 hour driving up here. Well, what we can see there, that's Rastatt. That's a Mercedes-Benz fabric there, and the small villages I'm from are in between there. So I was wrong with the village in France. That's completely wrong. There are rivers way more down there. But anyhow, what a view. I can understand anybody growing up in the big city and saying all the advantages the big city has with whatnot, overnight market, and you don't need a car, and you have everything within reach of whatever. But like I said, that's just a small town and I'm on a village, and neither I'm going down there or up there. So there's a big city down there, a little bit more than an hour, and 3 more up there within an hour reach. What the heck? And still I have this. If I'm in a city like, for German case, like Berlin, of course they have woods outside, or let's say Frankfurt, they have woods outside and whatnot, but still, I like it this way round. Live in the outside skirts, village size, small city size, and have the big city in reach than the other way round. Because what I would say, what you experience if you once in a while stay in a big city, the city people who enjoy the land side, they leave the city on the weekend, so you're sitting in traffic on the weekend. Just look at this lake to swim. You see the water? Great thing. Well, sure, I need to make an episode about all the lakes we have there. That's one of the biggest. We have more than 5 or 6 around here. Back to the point. They're all leaving the city on the weekend because tourists coming in on the weekend, and on Sunday evening the other way around, all going back. So for my part, rather for one day commute into the big city and stay in the quiet areas the rest of the time than the other way around. I hope the wind is not too disturbing. Another good test for my dead cat. I'm just on the back side of the mountain, outskirts of the village. Like I said, it's Sunday noon, and that's, at least in my area, what the villages look like. Never mind if they are here on the backside of a mountain or the one in the flat areas, but beside the main roads you hear nothing. And there was a squirrel. Can we catch it climbing up one of the trees? Where is it? Hey, Mr. Squirrel. No, he don't want to show us his climbing skills. So anyway, this view, these houses, this village, totally quiet. That's how you can enjoy your Sundays, aren't you? I torture you people with these pictures and these views until you sit on your bike and you get here by yourself. You could stop here all 5 minutes, take a quick look, enjoy the view, and then keep on going back in the village. And like I said, estimated maybe now, because it's going downhill, but still it's like 45 minutes, I'm back home. Going easy pace, it's 30 degrees today, Celsius, but windy, so that's nice. Going downhill anyhow, it's nice. Well, I'm not sure if there's another roadside find today. Less than just showing you everybody being in a cool place in their garden or at a swimming lake or any other cool place where you can stand the heat over the day. And as you hear nothing. Just when I look at this, I remember a couple of years ago, a friend from Moscow was over for a visit, and we went shopping, not here, but on a village in the France side, in Elsac region. But that's the same, except maybe the center of the village was even a little bit more old school. From the buildings was like really 1700, 1800 century. You had all these wooden, well, all those original kind of building schemes, and it really looked ancient. And then there was nobody on the street. Same like now, you could hear anything, really quiet. And because he was coming from such a big city and a crowded city, and probably even in the nighttime, wherever you are, there are people, there are noises, there are things going on. He really asked me if this is more like a real village where people live, or if it's more for tourists, like an open air museum in the size of an village, and you can visit, because there was nobody on the streets, no animals like a dog or a cat or whatsoever. And he seriously asked me if this is a museum. So I had to say no. Not sure if he believed me, but he definitely said. That's why I know for some reason how some of the big city guys are he said he couldn't never leave there because that's just not the energy he tries to feel from the city he lives in. So maybe other people from big cities can understand what he means by being in a calm place, not feeling the right energy of the place coming back. Maybe it's the same here. The calmness, the quietness and everything, maybe it's also some sort of energy this area is giving back to one if you're living here. I took again the backside roads on purpose to show you. Well, you had the village there, you could take the main road going down there, or the backside roads. We have a couple of farmers here, as you can see there. Tractor standing there, hay bales standing there, they're just bringing in the first ones. And after the hard work you put in getting up the mountain, just let the bike go by its own force. Enjoy the wind, driving wind. Little bench for break if you're getting up or down. Why not take a break if you're going down? Up here. So maybe I should consider getting a GoPro with an, I don't know, probably a helmet mount or something, so I can put it on my head so you can see where I'm looking. Oh nice. Yeah, even here you can see some grape stalks, right? So it's a wine region as well. They're preparing the grapes to grow, to collect, and then to brew some wine. Now it's getting really steep. I need both hands on my brake, so I put you to the side for the moment. That's just the way I came down. As you can see, different mountaintops. So of course the roads going up there are winding as well as going down. And then you come to a road where cars are allowed to drive, and maybe you saw it for a second, but all of a sudden you come to a group of geese. Why not? They're having lunch, chilling there. There's no sort of fence or anything. I'm not sure if it's a wild group or if you can have them and let them go and they come back if you give them shelter or whatnot. I have absolutely no clue about geese, but they are here. Probably there must be some sort of water somewhere around, some little creek or lake or whatnot. I would expect here, but just in the middle of nowhere, group of geese. Well, inside the village now. Like I said, it's Sunday. It's nothing going on here. Just the wind and the birds. And that's village life on a weekend. Calm, easy. If you need to relax after a hard week of work, recover. Just be in a village and enjoy your time. And you take your bike and go down some roads. Well, at least back at the main road there's something going on. But not much. So quite tricky where to find or how to choose the place to shoot the outro for this day. I've chosen little less than half the way on the way back home. As you can see there, that's the second castle we visited, the one we were allowed to get inside and take a look down, the one where it's nearly possible to have a 360 look around, so all the way down here. And wait, let me zoom out, and going way in there, city of Baden-Baden and all the backside mountains you can see there. But pretty much the way we were driving around today was below there and the backside going up there, and the second castle is just blocked by this building, but it's difficult to get view from down here from another place, just simply by the fact the way going back home now, it's pretty much also backside roads in between fields, through some wood, quiet places, especially good cycling ways. So that's the way I take home now. Guess another 30 minutes and I'm back home, taking a shower, calling it a day. So pretty much the last thing for today is the last thing for all the videos. I'd like to remember you, life is short, so make the most of it.